All right, we are at the highest pass that's open year-round in the Sierras, apparently, the Mount Rose summit. We are hiking Mount Rose. This is a late afternoon hike. Hopefully it does not get dark, but it could. This is about this is 10.75 miles round trip with only 2,400 feet of elevation gain, so not too bad. And the first 2.5 miles, aside from right now, are pretty flat, and then we're gonna gain like 2,000 or so in the last 3 miles up. So Mount Rose Summit 5, apparently it's more like 5.4, but yeah, so this should be a pretty easy hike. And I put a long sleeve shirt on. I'm not sure why. I think it will be chilly up top. But anyway, this should be a pretty easy hike. Hopefully pretty joggable, especially on the way down. So, hitting another summit around Tahoe. We're only a couple hundred yards in, but there's your view of Tahoe. Pretty awesome. 2.5 miles in, or 2 miles in, we're gonna hit some meadows, I guess. So we have to go up over a little hill here before we hit the meadows. This summit is at 10,000, almost 10,800 feet. So getting up there. Weather's perfect though. It's like in the 50s. All right, so I believe we're entering what's referred to as the meadows. And the summit, yeah, it's gonna go up there. I think that is the summit. So you can see these nice lush meadows. After we finish the meadows, once we get across them, that's when we're gonna start heading up and have about 2,000 feet still to gain. So I hear some flowing water, so that's nice. I've seen a bunch of people mostly coming back. But yeah, there's Mount Rose. There's our objective up there. Pretty awesome little waterfall right here, but we are cutting across the meadows. It's our last little bit of flat, like another 1/4 mile maybe of relatively flat, and then we're gonna start heading up. So here's the water from that waterfall. It's a nice little creek available here. You need water flowing through the meadows and then presumably out. You know, we're between Carson City and Reno. I think we're closer to Carson City, but we might be right in the middle of them. So this has been very pleasant so far, because we've only gained maybe 200 or 300 feet over, you know, 2.25 miles. So anyway, I'll check in as I'm heading up higher, but I'm pretty sure that's our summit that you're seeing in front of you there. All right, so we've hit a little saddle shoulder here with the Mount Rose Wilderness sign. We're gonna bang a right up here, and we still have like over 1,000 or 1,100 foot to climb. So we've gone up about half, but you know, it's been over 4 miles, well, 3.5 miles. Let's see what this sign says. Maybe it'll tell us the distance. 1.5. Yeah, not 1. I would say we definitely have more than 1 left. So this says 1.5. That sounds about right. Got to gain another 1,000 to 1,100 feet. So this will be up. You know, that's not that bad though. You know, 650, 700 feet a mile. Not a bad gradient. It has not been bad so far at all, as expected. So there are probably still people up there, because this is not a hard trail at all, easy class 2 trail. So I will check in probably on the way up, or maybe maybe on the true summit. Shouldn't be too long, you know, 30 minutes tops, I would say, to get up this. And then hopefully we have a good view of Lake Tahoe. So we've come up from that shoulder down here. We're gonna hit a higher shoulder and then go up the ridge. We probably have 400 or 500 feet left. Not too much, but we just got a view and it finally feels a little cooler. I should have taken the long sleeve off and not worn it. I'll take it off on the way down. You can see all over these meadows over here and various lakes. And there, I guess there you're seeing Tahoe out there. So hopefully from the summit we'll get a better view of all of it, but that peak over there might block our view. So not too much further, maybe 3/4 of a mile, 500 more feet if I had to guess. There's the view to downtown Reno. It's getting windy and chilly. A little bit of snow. I think we're on our last like 100 feet or so. Should be right up here somewhere. But maybe the ridge extends a little bit. So I will check in on Mr. Summit up there. Here's our summit over here. Tahoe over there. It's a pretty good time. It's been an hour and 13 minutes. So we're beating 15-minute miles, which I wouldn't have guessed. Yep. Okay, great. Whew. So there's the saddle we came from, and then down there are the meadows. And there's Reno out there. Alright, that's it. I might hit a lake on the way down, so I'll show you the lake if I hit it. But this is Mount Rose, and see Tahoe out there. We're back running through the meadows. So we've done almost all our descent, like 2,000 feet of it. Now we just have, I don't know, 100, maybe 200 feet up. And then, well, I don't know what to the lake. We might have more if we go to that lake, which it's not on the map, so I don't know the name of it, but it says on the sign. Feels perfect in the shade. My hands are a little cold, but nothing where I've lost dexterity or anything. Whoop. Anyway, I'll check in at that lake. We've made it to Lake Tamarack or Tamarack Lake, it was an extra 0.8 miles off the trail. So I can either go back up 0.8 to that saddle and down like 3/4, or I could continue maybe like 6/10 to the road and then road walk back. It looks to be about the same distance. This is pretty though. Nice little campsites you could find, I'm sure, around this lake. So, and there's a trail coming in from the other side. So wanted to show you the lake, I guess. So this is it, Lake Tamarack. And I have, either way I go, probably about 1.5 miles to the car. And either way, I got some uphill either on the road or uphill on the trail here. So I might just stick on the trail. That's a wrap on Mount Rose. That was with the spur to the lake, almost 12 miles, with maybe 2,700 foot of gain. I'll say the lake added 300 maybe a little less. Anyway, so pretty easy hike, very joggable for most of it, and perfect weather, absolutely perfect weather. So this pass is at 89.11.